Three vendors were asked to supply a very high precision component. The respective probabilities of their meeting the strict design specifications are 0.8, 0.7 and 0.5. Each vendor supplies one component. The probability that out of total 3 components supplied by the vendors, at least one will meet the design specification is. Now let's say the probability of meeting the design specification by the vendor 1. So 3 vendors are there, total 1, 2 and 3. So for first vendor, let's say the probability P1 of supplying, or we can say the probability of meeting the design specification that is asked in the problem is 0.8, it's given. Similarly, for second vendor, the probability of meeting the design specification P2 is equal to 0.7, and for third vendor P3, the probability of meeting the design specification will be 0.5. Now the probability that they don't meet the desired specification or the design specification, for the first vendor it will be 1 minus 0.8, that will be 0.2. For second vendor, the probability of not meeting the needs or the design specification will be 0.3, 1 minus 0.7, so that will be 0.3. And for third vendor, this will be 0.5. 1 minus 0.5 is 0.5. Now the probability, let's write P, that at least one will meet the specification. So let's write here, at least one will meet specification, the desired specification. So this will be equal to 1 minus the probability of not meeting the desired specification, 1 minus probability the bracket we can write of not meeting the required specification. Okay, so we have already calculated Q1, Q2, Q3. So let's say this is P. So P will be equal to 1 minus Q1 into Q2 into Q3. Okay, so we just substitute the value now, 1 minus 0.2 into 0.3 into 0.5, and this will be equal to 0.97. Okay, so now let's fill in the blank. So the probability at least one will meet the design specification will be 0.97. For more information, you can refer to the NPTEL course lecture number 2, sample space events, axioms of probability, on probability theory and applications, by Professor Prabha Sharma of the Department of Mathematics at IIT Kanpur.